Okay. Do not... I might have done this by accident. I think I was fiddling with OBS, and I needed like a hotkey for start streaming. But do not tie the key to stop streaming with the same key to select the mothership. That's a big no-no. That's what happened with the last stream. Why that ended quickly. Oh, hello, Shogun. Good evening to you as well. This is actually my second time at doing this, because I don't know how much of you caught my little like spiel there, but yes, Yelsi, we are back. I rebound the hotkey for stop streaming, so hopefully that's not going to happen again. I hope we're good. Yeah, so yeah, this is the second stream. The last stream was going well up until I accidentally ended it with the hotkey that was tied to stopping the stream when I wanted to just select the mothership. As you can see, I don't know exactly. I think I just ended right at the end here. Yes, Yelsu, that was the first thing I did before I started this again. Yeah, something about, I think I was talking about, like, yeah, the game. Yeah, the game allows you to, like, go and pick up resources, like, on your own. It doesn't, like, I know at the first, like, upon launch, they did this thing where they just immediately shot you into the next level once you finished it. But they seem to have patched that out where you can at least, get the resources before you can, like, go on. So, thank fuck for that. It's still not as good as Homeworld Remastered, where you can just, like, auto-collect resources and then just, fuck off to the next level. But, it's better than what happened at launch, I guess. Yeah, so am I, Chris, so am I. Yeah. People hear my voice and think I'm a very controlled and scholarly individual that doesn't shitpost, and in all honesty, the exact opposite is true. It plays more like Deserts of Karak than HW1 or 2. I can see that, actually. Like, that was their last, like, full Homeworld game. They would be drawing upon that for experience.
Mission objectives complete.
Yeah, I was talking about this when I realized...
Is clear to proceed ahead.
Thank you, Democracy Officer. Yeah, I was responding to this, like, we don't actually know what happened to the Conf after Hagara, don't we? Like, there was nothing. Like, after Deserts of Karak, they don't... Except for, like, one mention, like... Oh, no, I have to, like, leave the level in order to show it. And except for one mention in the skirmish, like, quick play mode, there's, like, nothing about the Conf. Oh, thank you, That Blue, and I love your support of loving my videos. That sounded better than I thought. That sounded worse than I thought. Honestly, that carry had so much potential. The teleport into a rock was sick. Yeah. They could have kept him more dangerous, packed with progenitor tech or something that Garns doesn't understand yet. Yeah, it was a real letdown when my bombers just, like, ate him. Like, the only thing I got going for them was their little hyperspace trickery. That's like,
This is Karkashan, DC. Approach vector base station. You're one in line.
Hey, no gold bricking on the job. That's not very Somta of you.
Initiating move. Stand by. Send your message.
Major Plum. Really wish this game had a better story. I really like the overall look and the specs they had for HW3 and the places we play. That's the thing about this game. Like, it looks like a Homeworld game. I mean, again, they overdid the Hulks, I think, the wreckage, but it looks like, look. Oh. I was so busy talking and playing the game, I didn't realize that. Guys, we're in the Outer Rim. Look at that. They updated the view we would have seen from Karak. Nice. Oh, fuck. Can't keep getting distracted. They had free. Yeah, it looks like a Homeworld game. It sounds like a Homeworld game. I want to say something about it feeling like a Homeworld game, but I think that's where it just kind of doesn't fly right. Have you tried War Games yet? Only briefly. Only as to just test the recording abilities of the game. It is mimicking the story beats of the original, like having the Tyrannic Raiders as a low-grade enemy to begin with. Kinda. Ooh. I'll get to that. It's mimicking the story beats of the original.
Affirmative. What's the issue?
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, because we had the Tyrannics, and then we moved on to the second stage enemy, the Kadeshi, and then we moved on to our final enemy, like the Taidan.
If it becomes critical,
I was gonna make some kind of reference to like Dragon Ball Z powers. Yeah, it's like the Namek saga. It's like the Namek saga of Dragon Ball Z. They don't fight Frieza first. First they fight his henchmen, then they fight the Ginyu Force, and then they fight the various stages of Frieza, and all of which like makes them stronger until they reach. Like Goku comes on the scene and he fights Frieza. Then he gets his ass beat and then he becomes Super Saiyan. And there's an analogy in there somewhere about all of this, but I gotta think about it some more. Let me get to this. That blue, $10. Holy fuck! Why the hell would you? I appreciate it. I'm just honestly surprised when people give me money for this.
Begin your collection.
I really am. I know if think what you do is important, you've no doubt brought a lot of people into wing. Oh my god. Keep up what you do. Love you lots. Nah, man. Love you, bro. Love you. In a non-homo manner, we don't. You get it. How much does it play like a Homeworld game, though? To what extent? It'd be a fun comparison. A compare and contrast of like Homeworld 1 and Homeworld 3. It'd take a fair bit of work to do justice to it, I think. I'm not sure I'd be the one who's really up for that. Oh, jeez, there was like resources right here we just kind of completely ignored. I know Homeworld Mobile story was so good. A chief example of a proper continuation. I regret that I wasn't able to get into Homeworld Mobile. If you've ever tried like Android emulators on Windows, it can be a really finicky thing. Like I've tried playing Blue Archive on it, and I got like to I was able to grind my character up and get students and whatnot to a certain point, but it was always such a chore to do so because of the emulator. Like every 10-20 minutes or so, it would just like stop working and crash, and I had to like restart the whole thing again. I tried that with Homeworld Mobile, and it was I just couldn't get it to like work right with the emulator. And I didn't have any like Android devices to like I didn't have any Android devices that had the horsepower to like run the damn thing right, so I still couldn't do it. Which is a real shame because yeah, from everything I know of it, they went ham on the lore. Like they treated that shit with respect like a lady should be.
And of course the backup is
Because I'm a trans girl.
That'll be fine for now, but I'm putting in for...
No, I'm just fucking around with that whole like gay comment there. So whatever. We try to have fun here, even if it's a little offbeat. You got me into Wing Commander. Oh, I got you into Wing Commander. Holy shit. Well, enjoy. The Wingnuts are a nice bunch of people. They have a Friday night movie thing every now and again they've been trying lately. You should drop in. Hell, I should drop in, but every time they run it, I'm like, it's like 11 o'clock at night here, and I'm like, I'm old, sleepy. I don't want to do it. Aging sucks, people. Everyone, like, just in case you didn't know, aging sucks like hell.
Channel open, stand by.
Alright, one more group of resources, then we can move on to the...
Ready to copy.
There we go. Yeah, check out the Discord. You can find it on the WCCIC webpage. I'm thinking back to some of the comments like we were making earlier about how the game would look so much better like if they didn't have as many of this wreckage around. And I'm looking at the view of the galaxy from the Outer Rim here, and I'm thinking, yeah, this would be a lot more epic and awe-inspiring if they didn't have all this stuff here. And let me try to get a better... Yeah. Look at that. Let's get a screenshot of this. There you go. The view of the galaxy. Yeah. Now that's an HDRI. Ooh. Look at this. The vastness of space. What mystery, what intrigue, what beauty it has here. It's basic, yes, but there's something in that basic, that down-to-earth, like, roots level beauty to it. It doesn't need, like, fancy Hulk shit to, like, look nice. It just is. It's space. The final frontier. It doesn't need, like, embellishments. It just is. I'm not sure where I'm going with that, but yeah. Then you have this here. This, you could probably work the angles a bit and get some... Actually, that's not so bad. You could probably work the angles a bit, get some good shots, but just having it bare like that, this, from this viewpoint, this feels like Homeworld. Not so much this. Oh, Euros. Oh, aren't we fancy? The men's. I actually like Homeworld 3 for what it was. The story was weird though, but overall pretty good. Needs more 70 cal EX. Hope you saw that Crimson Skies stream. I hope you saw the end of that Crimson Skies stream after, because yeah, we got that 70 cal EX on that Devastator, and goddamn was that thing overpowered. I gotta go back and finish that Crimson Skies. I gotta go back and finish Crimson Skies at some point, like a bunch of other games. Of course, William Shatner is also Canadian. I think he's from my hometown. Well, not exactly my hometown, but he's Canadian. So having open, if they just spaced out the wreckage more, it would be better, or just having super rare structures. Yeah, like again, it goes back to the whole, like, I think the creatives, like, were so, like, in love with this cover idea that they overused it to the point where it was actually a detriment to everything else. And they couldn't really go back on either, because this cover system was part of the marketing.
Objective complete.
Thank you, Democracy Officer. I'm having a moment here with my boys. Boys in the general sense, I mean. Let's see if we try to find a proper photographic angle for this. I moonlight as a photographer when I don't moonlight as a YouTuber, in case some of you don't know. Sorry for pestering Soon so much with it. Nah, man. We're guys, we love our high explosive, high caliber weaponry. Like, I do not blame you. I always end up loading up on large caliber guns in the original Crimson Skies game. Here's the funny thing. Are we done with the resource collecting? Yeah, I think we are. I think we move on now. The thing about the Crimson Skies game, for some reason, when I was younger, I got in my head that I had to avoid the larger calibers because of the... What? I had to avoid the larger calibers because I was afraid of running out of ammo, so I always stuck with like 30 cals and whatnot, and it just dragged the game on forever. Whatever. Activate gate. It wasn't until I got much older that I realized, like, no, higher caliber guns are God's way of doing things.
Fleet-wide comms open. Attention all personnel. You have each just received a mission briefing.
Isn't it a little too late for this?
And within are the most up-to-date details about this morning's hyperspace attacks. Nothing is redacted.
No, really, shouldn't we have done this before we left Hagara?
I want you to know what is at stake. We have been tasked with finishing Karen's jet and the Fifth Fleet's mission. Discover the source of the anomaly. Stop it once and for all. I know we were expecting a simple shakedown cruise.
Because modern sci-fi is dark and moody.
Doubting yourselves. Ask yourselves this, fleet. How does doubt stack up to Higaran
Your
training?
fans really going off right now.
Where does doubt hide? The most advanced mothership ever created by Higaran hands. And who would follow a course laid by doubt?
Seriously?
We already have the finest navigator of our generation. I have no doubt. We will succeed.
There's that democracy officer
Intel
fire.
out.
There's a reason why he sends Helldivers out to die for the glory of Super Earth.
Do you truly believe that, Isaac?
Believe what?
What
Yeah,
you
should I
just
be
told the
worried
fleet?
about that fan going off?
Out there, in battle, doubt can kill you just as fast as hard vacuum. They need you to bury yours.
Overworked effects
to
artist.
overcome theirs.
Yeah, I've
So,
used such visual tricks
glad to
before in
know.
my own CG.
Whatever it takes to complete the mission. We have orders.
You ever get the feeling that somehow this story is kind of like a young adult?
The quantum
It's like a
tunnels.
young adult story, like in the setting of
Stand by
Homeworld.
for gate commitment on my mark.
Like a super genius prodigy girl who's like doubtful of herself and she has to rise to the challenge to save her people. Like, you know, something you get from a modern young adult fiction story that ends up being a movie
Damping
that's super
fins to gate
popular for some
transit
reason.
configuration.
Kushan.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Mark.
Whoa. Resource bank deployed.
Collision warning.
Oops.
Reverse.
Thrusters at 10%.
Engineering. Where's the weakest point of a heavy freighter?
Right behind the nose section. It's all conduits and baffles.
Collision imminent.
Imogen.
She'll hold.
Yeah,
Brace
there's-
for impact.
There's really something to be said to allow for to give enough, visually speaking, to give like enough mystery in what's displayed, so that the viewer can like fill in the gaps themselves. It allows them to like put a part of them. Oh wow, they're really freaking out.
Command.
Oh damn,
Are you okay?
that.
The mothership has sustained heavy damage. Contingencies enabled.
Yeah, I think there's something to be said about like having a little mystery in the universe to allow like the viewers and the fans like put in like fill in the gaps themselves. It allows them to
This is
even if
definitely
it's
not
not
an
canon, it allows them
27.
to place little
Imogen, what's your status?
bit of themselves
Damage
into the
assessment.
universe and how they interpret it.
Mothership life support.
And I don't think we really
mainline
get that
subsystems
anymore.
Screen.
Like we have to
other
explain
systems, minimal.
everything.
Furthermore, 2 of our 3 synthetic cores are offline. 1 remains operational.
Understood, Command. We appear to be in a large debris field inside
Fire
the
in
nebula that is
space.
blocking our sensors. What's the status
Oh,
of
look
the
at
gate?
that. Objectives are fucked up
The
too.
gate has powered down. It's dead.
Okay, if I remember the YouTube videos right, we have to use the resource controllers to like fix it. Okay, where are we?
Gate ID indicates we're at Kala Terminus, an isolated gate on the ancient Outer Rim route. It was one of the first gates lost to the anomaly.
Which means we are crippled deep in the territory of whatever has been shutting down the gate network.
The odds of this being a
Maybe
coincidence
they
are
ran out of
minimal.
budget for the
Do you
physics
think this is what
rendering and the
happened to Karen in
CG.
the film?
There's no way to tell, Isaac. The wreck of the car said you could be...
No, I
in
don't think the
any
Kadeshi show up in
agencies.
this one.
We would never know unless we
There's
watched
their
it.
wide angle right there. They want to create that sense of unease. The fact that it was
Be
bottom up.
advised, this interference is blocking sensors in the local area.
Never mind.
We're
Maybe I
blind
might be reading
and
too much into
vulnerable.
it.
The car Kushan has sustained severe hull damage.
Nothing a
Build
little
support
paint can't
frigate
fix
and
over.
initiate repairs to the mothership immediately. Frigate production bays must be brought online.
Okay, I guess it was the.
Channel open, stand by.
Why couldn't we bring it online before we jumped in here? Like, why don't we like once we were done there, why couldn't we just like build all the production shit we needed? But no, I mean, like, narratively speaking, that's a question, but gameplay wise, you know why, because you gotta like build up to like the super awesome mega stuff. But still, like, if we had the ability before, why couldn't we do it before? Like, narratively speaking, like gameplay wise, the answer is obvious, but narrative is like, maybe I'm reading too much into it. But no, it feels after the thought. 'Tis but a flesh wound. Okay. Resource controllers, you go off and harvest my shit.
Ready to copy.
Keep them in.
Green line confirmed.
Keep them there for now.
Get confirmed. Ops, collectors are out. Materials uptick incoming.
Frigate production bays online.
Someone said, how would gamers
Objective
possibly
complete.
understand?
Begin construction on a support frigate immediately.
How the Galactic Council, or at least a species? That is a good question, actually. Where the fuck is the Galactic Council? Like, there would have been something. Like, I know the Vagar kind of. If I remember, like, the whole Homeworld 2 lore, like, the Galactic Council, like, disbanded or something fucked up. But there should be at least some remnant of it out there. Like, what about the other races in the galaxy? It can't all just be Higarans, right?
Use them to repair the mothership immediately.
Over with engineering. Move complete.
Yeah, like, it's a big-ass galaxy. There's a whole bunch of other civilizations out there, but from what I've seen of the story of the game of Homeworld 3 so far, it's just the Higarans and no one else.
Okay, hold steady. What did you get up to out there?
Building and utilizing additional support frigates will speed up mothership repairs.
No shit. Zinc Sajet respected my intelligence enough to not say that. Like, yeah, more support frigates means faster healing. Press X to not die. Get the ball having sold the license to BC and destroyers at the beginning of the campaign. Little Homeworld cataclysm lore in joke there, Alexander. Yeah. Kith and the Ball sure became a bunch of dickheads after the landfall, I guess. Yeah, like, it's a galaxy. There's supposed to be a wide array of different stuff and different peoples in it. It can't just be one group of people.
Operations underway.
As it was explained and implied, the Vagar were blitzing, that's it. Yeah, that's it. We're blitzing much of galactic space for their
My
cores.
board showed
Makan made his
green
dash
for
to
main
Hagar,
drives.
so they were overwhelmed.
Engines now online.
But even
Good work,
afterwards,
repair teams.
why they
Are
could?
we hyperspace capable?
Oh, they're
Our
doing a
remaining
thing.
core is in bad shape. Casing cracked. Power conduits sheared. Protocols crashed. And that's just what we can fix.
Understood. Flagging all your damage control requests as priority 1.
Yeah.
We are in unknown
Take care, Blue.
territory, and we need to be able to jump at a moment's notice.
Yeah, why the fuck not?
Mothership repairs.
Why the fuck not name
Proceeding
a
apace.
carrier class the Capizzi, like after what happened on
23%
Karak?
functional.
Like, I figured, like, why haven't I done that?
Attention! Attention!
Oh,
Unidentified
what?
units have emerged from the nebula at speed and are inbound. Prepare for contact.
Let's try diplomacy first. Opening comms. Incoming vessels. This is the Higaran Mothership, Karkashan, on an open channel.
Okay, so I guess the pirates would count, and then the pirates and the crew also count as separate people. There should be more than like 2 like races you see in the galaxy in this game at this point, because we've established.
I don't think
Oh.
they came to talk. They're testing us for
Oh.
weakness.
I was about to say we had a
Prepare for
really
hostile
good like
contact.
combat sound like track there, and then it vanished.
They may not be talking to us.
I wish
But
we
I
saw
can
more of the
hear
other
them
peoples in the
talking to
galaxy.
each
I
other.
wanted.
Nothing I recognize, though.
Try the historical database.
I was not
Given that
over exaggerating when I
narrow it to the
in one of the
projectors.
comments of the Kitted System video, like how greatly I was disappointed we got nothing about the Higaran system, the Higaran politics, like what
In
happened
open
after
space,
landfall,
we're
how the
exposed,
power dynamics of
but
the
we can
different
use the
kits like
sensor
played out.
interference from the nebula
Like we got
to our
nothing about
advantage.
that. Like,
Move
like,
the mothership to this location.
like there was
within
so
the
much
nebula.
potential, and they just
Be
like.
advised, the metallic content of this nebula will make us invisible on enemy sensors. But if our enemies get close enough, they can still visually.
That's why I
defeat
was.
us.
That's I was thinking it sounded familiar. The Keeper
All
theme.
hands,
Yeah, they probably
maintain
was.
combat readiness.
I
Continue
gotta look
sensors
this up
monitoring.
after
They're
we're
out
done
there.
here.
Somewhere.
Yes, yes.
Steady. Any density variance?
Move Mothership into Nebula. Okay. Hey, how many of these frigates did I build? Yeah, I could probably do a few more. Beep.
Send.
Mothership hull
usually
integrity at 45%. Alpha team, I need more mainstay braces fabricated.
Yeah, that's another point. In the first Homeworld game, they had an actual dedicated ambassador, which was Jeremiah Manon, as it was retconned in Homeworld Revelations. But here, Imogen is, like, just talking to them.
Intel. Our attackers are using a derivative of an ancient progenitor dialect, implementing a
Homeworld
translation
Mobile touched
protocol.
upon that in its opening.
That explains their tech.
I think I remember seeing the intro video for that. Like, yeah, they knew what was up with like the whole like Kithid dynamics and all of that. Believe me, it is one of my regrets that I could not like get into Homeworld Mobile when it was still a thing. And it's a tragedy that because Homeworld 3 failed, and then they had to like run out of fun. They had to shut that thing down too. I gotta look up some of the lore they had into that. It introduced the clan list, descendants of Tydani who were too poor or old to leave following landfall. Okay. Who were too poor or old to leave following landfall and grew to prominence in years between 2 and 3. This is the shit we needed for Homeworld 3!
65%.
Why didn't we have that?
Landing bays clear.
I gotta... Hey, what's the canon status on Homeworld Mobile anyway? Like, I'm not quite sure about that. I thought I heard it wasn't technically canon, but it... Yeah, guys, help me out here. Do you know if the Homeworld Mobile is canon or not? I'll have to look into it myself at some point, but if you guys have an answer to that.
Mothership hull integrity at 75%.
Greasy Randy strikes again. Nah, none won't be hiding just yet. Resource controllers, get off your fat asses and start like mining.
On the way.
And I get the feeling like in Homeworld 1, if we had this kind of mission, they would be punishing you right now for not going to the Nebula like hiding location, because I feel like that should have happened. Because right now I'm just waiting to like the 100
All
integrity.
rescue teams report in. We still have unaccounted for.
Kith Tamber. That would have been so ripe for like a potential story in the Homeworld universe. Maybe not a mainline Homeworld game, but like maybe a smaller scale story where you're a ship captain, you're Ifrit Tamber. Because that was a really cool fucking story. And I'm glad they didn't retcon that in Homeworld Revelations as they did with Kith Lyra.
Enemy strike craft detected.
I always struggled with their name like when I was recording this, but Kith Lyra.
Resource operations online.
Because Kith Lyra, the original story in Cataclysm, it was mainly a story about one guy like
All
overcoming the
hull
odds and
breaches
how like Harald was
Mothership
trying to
has
fuck
been
him over all the
repaired.
time.
Objective complete.
Fleet command to repair teams. You set a new record.
And he was able to overcome that through
Thank
like
you for your diligence and
insane
care. It is felt.
yeah, like the Kith Lyra guy, like before the retcon in Cataclysm, like Harald set him up to fail and like just nearly stranded him in the desert to like make sure like Kith Lyra wouldn't be a thing. Like the whole arc of Kith Lyra was just this guy overcoming the odds to become his own Kith because he believed in the future of aerospace manufacturing, whereas Kith Harald, his original Kith, did not, and they ran into conflicts with each other.
This is command.
Okay. There's nothing that contradicts it in this game. It helps that we're again focused only on the suggestions. I think that's another thing. I think they limited the creative potential by focusing on just the Jets, starting from Homeworld 2 up until now. Like, yes,
Eyes on another
Karen
contact.
was a Jet,
Where are they going?
but there, as we've seen in the Homeworld 1 lore, the entirety of Gagarin society is this vast and rich, culturally diverse thing. There is so much richness and potential in their stories, but we keep going back to the Sajet. Like, Homeworld 3, like, if we're going to introduce a new character, maybe they shouldn't have made them a Sajet. What about Pak 2 Unbound?
The Mothership has entered the nebula. Objective complete.
Like, what about a Pak 2 Unbound? Or like a Soban Unbound? And that would come into conflict with Soban's more militaristic philosophies, like coming into conflict with like the need for diplomacy at certain points, you know? Like,
We don't want to be in this trapped
there's
system any longer
potential
than we
here.
have to.
Too much Sajet, yeah. I think so. Like, so Karen was originally just like a conduit for the player to interact with the universe, like.
It's clear
But then
now
they
we
kind of made her
fall
like this
into a
mini
trap.
Jesus thing. I think someone
One
said it
moment
here.
we were on course for the Noctua 27 system, and the next, something forced a hyperspace exit into our quantum waveform and dropped us through the colligate. I can't imagine the power that would
Homeworld
take.
reintroduced the
But
Vayu
now that I know how the
variations
progenitor
of
tech
use
using
Lazarus.
feels, I can modify our field
I better start paying
amplifiers
attention to the
so
story,
we'll never
otherwise I'm
happen
gonna be lost.
Unfortunately, at this point, it doesn't matter how prepared we are, because we'll never make it to our objective on one partial.
Bakan has a son?
According to our
Focus,
historical
focus.
data, the only gate with a progenitor facility capable of repairing our cores is located in the Naraka Gate complex. With only one functional core, Naraka is now out of range. So we will have to use the Trinity Gate to get there.
Okay, so we've got to make a
Whoever
detour.
this enemy is, they've been shadowing us since we arrived in system. The attack will come when it's optimal for them. We must gather resources and reinforce our fleet.
That's what I was thinking. Like,
Concentrations of
Soban would be a
resources are
shoot
located
first, John
here.
Wayne, ask questions kind of
Deploy
later.
resource controllers
Ask
to
questions
these
later kind of
locations
guy.
immediately.
Cowboy diplomacy, if you know your Star Trek. And we're going to sleep soon, but I wish you all the best. And we wish you all the best, and good night, Omicron. Farewell. Don't let the Vagar bite. Okay, yeah, they're still up. Are you guys... No. Guys, keep your baser urges in your pants until we're done with the mission. Go harvest my minerals. Both, I guess, Chris.
Ops, we are in position.
Recon the area and gather resources. Alright. Now, if we can build a support frigate, and we have the facilities to build another frigate, why can't we just build assault frigates? This would be a great time to, like, stock up on them. But I guess not. There's actual verticality? Yeah, a little. Feels a little dumbed down, like, compared to the old Homeworld games, but it's there. Maybe a Homeworld flight sim where you play as a... That would be so cool. You fly an interceptor in, like, the biggest battles of the Homeworld lore. That would be crazy. Again, there's so much you can do with the Homeworld universe. It could have been this vast media franchise. There is so much potential in the universe, but I guess now we'll never know. Probably be a good decade or two, at best, before we see any other entries in the Homeworld series, because I think what you're looking at here is that's about it. Yeah. Imagine going up against Kadeshi Swarmers. You got like a million of those son bitches coming at you all at the same time. You can barely see in front of you. It's like the Free Space Nebula missions combined with the Kadeshi missions from Homeworld. That would be fucking nuts. And it's okay, I guess. Yeah. EVE Online. Maybe we might have an emergency hyperspace jump at some point. Oh. Hint, hint. Maybe so Bonnie's diplomacy would take the form of gunboat diplomacy. Yes. Abso-fucking-lutely. So Bonnie would be like, you don't want to negotiate us? Well, how about you negotiate it with our, what are they fucking, what are these? There's like, how about you negotiate with our high-caliber mask drivers here? How about a nice asteroid shoved into your planet's atmosphere? I bet that would make you real open in diplomacy with us soon. I wish we knew.
This hide and seek didn't end well last time. Stay alert.
Were you hinting at something? Okay, they're done. They did. Katie Sackhoff did some voice work for it. EVE Online. Katie Sackhoff was in... What? Katie Sackhoff was in EVE Online? If Gearbox ever does sell the IP, it's... Yeah, this part. It's clear something happened during the development time. Like something happened and got co-opted. I'll be honest, I don't think this is entirely BBI's fault. I think Gearbox did something.
Enemy strike craft ID'd.
Look, we don't know.
For position.
But I don't think we can entirely blame BBI for this. It's just my gut feeling in this whole thing. Oh. There you have him, boy. Oh, come on. Eve Valkyrie. Oh, yeah. The thing wasn't so much into it, but this instance plays an M41 Galaxy human. We all know who the...
Subsystem drag time is increasing.
I remember that part, Spring.
Fleet, we have a G-Max class freighter here. She's a mess. Hull compromised.
I think this game had like 6 or more writers. Wasn't there like 14 writers for this thing? Or 14 who had like a writing credit?
Responding to my transponder query.
I'm seeing activity out there. Let's be ready to move.
Confirmed. Spinning up now.
Maintain corrections as needed. Watch for options. Let's not draw attention to ourselves.
Looks like she had worse luck than we did with the gate transit.
Like, I'm almost certain, like, if there was a push for a wider audience at the sacrifice of what made Homeworld, it was almost definitely
This is
Gearbox.
Controller 3-4. We found something.
Looks like an assault frigate.
From the 5th.
The Lost Fifth? Are you sure?
Oh.
Already ran the whole designation. She's the frigate Hebelladin, last logged at Kasura Minor.
Not responding to hails. No power readings.
Approaching log.
Holy shit. Total war set during the Heresy Wars? That would be fucking crazy.
Steady.
Standing by. Waiting for orders.
That's actually, holy shit.
Use a resource
I
control.
can get that
to
idea out of my
salvage
head
that
now.
frigate
Like a total war
immediately.
game set
We need
on
to
Karak
recover
during
its
the
logs.
Heresy Wars. Just hundreds of years of
Hostile
fighting
Corvette on
and
screen.
killing. Like, and then you got the Nabal with their guns and shit. It's like, damn. Yeah, fuck, that's a good idea, actually. Good work, Kingdom. Or Vinland. Okay, what do we got? Fighters. Yeah, kill them all. Ooh. I don't think I need the bombers yet, but
Multiple contacts
I'll
detected.
keep them
Large force
here
inbound.
for now.
Stay focused. Be prepared for any attack pattern.
Salvage lost frigate wreck. Alright.
Alert. We are under attack. Eliminate this threat immediately.
You know what? Let's salvage this.
My ship. They hit hard. Where did they get this tech?
Undetermined. We are facing an unknown threat of equal or superior power. Possible progenitor origin.
Oh, that seems very superior to me. They don't seem to be very resistant to our Zerg Rush strategy we've got going on so far.
The enemy is using an anti-strike craft corvette. Recommend using bombers to engage.
Oh, is that what that is? Alright, send in the bombers. Yeah, they did nail the audio for this. Oh, chill, Imogen. No, it's dope. Karen wasn't this uptight about Ross's. You always know where you are on the script and not to. I just assume like the AI in every game I've been to, like they know automatically where they are, but it's just some scripted event that prevents them from. Ooh. Okay. We should be a little worried.
Damage nearing critical.
Scan and re-engage.
I'm losing control. Magazine hit.
Group 4 is suffering heavy losses.
Yeah, no shit.
To recover the wrecked frigate.
Group 3 needs support.
Send message.
Okay. Maybe it's time to worry a little bit. Maybe we have an FPS game where you play as Salvaging Marine. Oh, here's a good one. How about a game where you play as a salvage corvette during the Homeworld War? You know? Just you and a bunch of other guys with their own salvage corvettes, and you try to take down progressively larger targets all the way up to, say, the Titanic Mothership. Wouldn't that be fun? It's like shipbreakers, but
eliminated. Threat contained. Objective complete.
Okay.
DC, command.
Oof, bombers took a... Yikes. Bombers took a hit on that one.
Small cannon fire scouring our outer halls.
Fuck it. No, head back.
Ready.
How resistant are you to gunfire? Oh, shit. No, this isn't the subordinates.
Caution. Resource
Okay,
control
fine.
hull integrity at 75%.
Okay, interceptors back that way. I'm a fan of this mission for the game, working through the nebula and discovering remnants of the lost fleet. Does have a nice feel to it, along with better use of the terrain here. It does feel like that, doesn't it?
The Hagaran frigate wreck has been recovered. Objective
Okay,
complete.
now.
The drifting container boxes are packed with resources. Begin salvage operations and collect those containers.
Yeah. Maybe when,
Interceptor reads.
Okay, 14.
Assault frigate construction template now available. These powerful
Thank you.
attack vessels will allow us to
Intelligence.
counter the enemy strike craft we have been facing.
Oh, right.
Send message. On it.
Salvage mining corvette during Homeworld cataclysms. Yeah. That's a way to traumatize the player base. Oh, while we're building up our fleet again, what else we got in the chat? Maybe we can have something like Total War Sent. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Gearbox, don't steal our ideas here because we got some fire ones going on. AI cheats, yep. Just because they're high tech doesn't mean they're smart. Exactly.
Update on our
Same reason why those who go to college and university aren't exactly the brightest sometimes. I should know, I went to college.
bodies have been recovered. No survivors.
Yeah, like the Karos graveyard, right?
Life
Most,
support systems depleted.
like, it works better as set dressing rather than like an interactive element, I think.
Interior ice buildup.
Like, it has its-
Long exposure to vacuum.
Like, it has its place as like a unique mechanic for maybe a few missions sprinkled throughout the game, but to have it like every time, just
Encrypting ship
again, it
logs
feels
now.
excessive. Number 4. Okay, 24,
Reinforced.
27. Yeah, we're good.
Reinforced.
Okay, bitches. Daddy's back.
Zone cover 8 on targets. All contact high bangs Receiving. Ready to copy.
I would pay for a proper free space 3. I like to say this just
Priority
for the...
alert!
What?
Capital class signature detected.
Jesus, Imogen, chill the fuck up.
Hostile battle cruiser. How are they doing
Oh,
this?
hey, it's
That
bigger.
gate window reads like a long jump, but these ships have no cores, no navigators.
Ooh. Whoopsie doodle.
Strike craft detected.
Combat alert. Hostile task forces enter the AO.
Okay,
Defend the
start.
mothership at all costs. Command, this is not good. We need to jump out now.
Every time I tried to feed the core the navigation matrix, it collapses. I need more time.
Understood.
Okay, bring him up. Build an assault frigate, salvage container boxes.
Dealing with incoming enemy threat is now priority 1. Consider salvaging to be a secondary objective.
Okie dokie, Intel. That's what I was thinking. Like, it's the Sejuk or the Vagar ships. Like, they definitely cribbed. Ooh. The frigates are weak to bombers, right? Ooh. No.
Enemy frigate-class vessels on approach.
Single target
We need to
damage.
buy
versus
command some time.
stronger, slower moving apartments. Maybe. Yeah, frigates would count as large ships, right? Yeah. This thing is definitely a Vagar battle cruiser, or Sejuk.
Contact. Enemy strike craft. Material sight mark.
Assault frigate ready for action.
Enemy core patrol request.
Okay, where is
Caution.
the...
Resource controller is under fire.
Okay, we got some frigates.
Designated.
In
Second
retrospect,
enemy
it
frigate
was a
en route to the
bad idea.
mothership.
Fuck it.
Destroy it.
Fuck it, this was a bad idea to send them out on their own.
Moving to ship. It's getting pretty hot out here, Command.
I don't know, you guys seem to be doing this fairly admirably.
You're looking good on approach.
Okay, they're coming in.
Alert. Hostile strike craft engaging. We need cover.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get to you,
Frigate
my
is now
dude.
ready.
They
Caution.
are
Resource
brigaders.
controller hull integrity at 75%.
You want to fly Colonial Viper? There's a mod for speed. That's what I was playing for the YouTube subscriber 10K channel thing. Yeah. Oh, I played Diaspora. It's quite nice. Even beyond the red line before that. The one where they used made judicious use of the word frack.
Assault frigate ready for action.
Okay.
Additional enemy forces are en route to the Carcassonne. We can't let them interfere with our jump.
We hear you, Intel.
Intel. Damaged core is finally holding a resonance. Not perfect, but it will hold. Just need to finish spooling up. When we are ready, we will have to go immediately, or risk quantum collapse.
Understood. But when we
Okey-dokey.
initiate jump, we will need to dock strike craft, or they will be left behind.
Well, no shit.
Till then, we need our strike craft defending the mothership. Timing will be crucial.
Look at all that DACA, guys.
Sensor alert. Hostile frigate. ID confirmed.
Yeah, I keep going back to the hard light forms of Diaspora, hoping they got something new, but
Ready to initiate hyperspace.
Be advised, only capital ships will wake jump with a mothership. Undocked strike craft will be lost.
I'm on my way.
We've got you covered, Lady Imogen. Go.
Okay. Where is...
Sensor alert. Hostile corvette. ID confirmed.
Okay, you guys get the fuck in there, and stay the fuck in there.
Hostile frigate on the board. ID positive. Assault
Sport frigates, you also get...
Hostile corvette
Wait,
on
frigates
the board.
don't do it.
ID positive.
Okay, now this is starting to feel like a Homeworld game. We got that stress, that professionals under fire kind of thing going on here.
Sensor contact. Enemy frigate. Check screens. Sensor contact. Enemy frigate. Local operators to exercise caution.
Okay.
Frigate is ready. Hostile frigate on screen. Standby engagement orders. Sensor contact. Corvette. Check screens.
Yeah, you see? Imaging can just tank this shit.
They're taking losses.
Or maybe support frigates are helping out here.
Sensor
That's
alert.
probably it, actually.
Hostile frigate. ID confirmed.
Group 2, lost.
What? Oh shit, I didn't tell the recon fires to dock.
Clear the channel.
Fleet bombers, frigates.
Target down.
No, yeah, fuck it. Launch. No. No.
Direct hit.
Wrong button, not supposed to click initiate hyperspace, not launch. No. Get back in.
Frigate lost.
Group 9 is taking heavy losses.
Frigate destroyed.
No. Get back in there. For fuck's sake, get back in there.
Overlead to DC. What have you got for us?
Sensor contact. Enemy frigate. Local operators.
SDS would only work, I think, if you were so bond. No. Get the
Hostile
fuck back
frigate
in
on
there.
screen. Stand by engagement orders.
No. Get back in there. For God's sakes, get back in there.
Local operator.
Sensor alert.
Come on.
Hostile frigate. ID confirmed. Caution. Resource controller has been engaged.
Shit.
Resource controller integrity. at
Wrong button
50%
again.
And falling.
Yeah, that's how things work on Max lore.
Clear the channel. Group 9 lost.
No, good enough. Oh shit, we lost the support frigates.
Lost. Caution.
And I think we lost Group 5, the assault frigates. Wonderful.
Haggadah, Farron.
Oh, that's a new
Haggadah's
one.
Farron. All hands. Stand
Okay,
by
that's a
for
new one.
hyperspace.
Haggadah, Farron. Hear that one.
May the burden remain.
Yeah. Well, it's not, auto launch was off though. Like, they weren't going back out again. It's because I selected like launch all because I mistook that for some reason in my head for hyperspace. Well, let's see how it turns out in the next mission. I'm pretty sure they're still on board. Yeah, that last mission was a real yeah, we're kind of fucked, aren't we? Kind of mission. Now that felt like Homeworld. See, longer focal length on Imogen when you had her face there. That's what you're supposed to do with women. Those models are very... Oh!
Lady Karen.
I always wondered.
Grandma says you're leaving.
I always wondered. Like, I always figured, like, Karen shaving her head was a thing necessary
Time
for
is fleeting, Imogen.
being unbound in Homeworld 1, but
Moments are
as the
eternal.
technology improved,
Why does
did she
it
just
have to be
like
you?
being bald
There's
after a
something
while?
I've been searching for, and I may have finally found it, but it's very far from here. Always remember the things I've taught you, Imogen, no matter what the future brings. You are going to burn very bright, my little star. I know goodbyes are hard. Let me sing our lullaby.
I kind of really wish we defined, like... really wish we defined their familial relationship within the suggest. Like, are they from the same family, or is she just like, yeah, I recognize your potential, G? See, longer focal length, that's what you're supposed to do with women. Come on, Imogen, you don't want to do it. Rub her head for good luck. There you go.
Can you hear me?
She can't. She's lost. So distant. She
There it
feels
is. That's the longer focal length. When she was closer to the camera, there was more distortion in her face. They're doing... Yeah. This is definitely like a wide angle, like, focal length here. That's why her face kind of looks weird. You're not supposed to do this kind of thing. Like, I know you're supposed to, like, have a sense of unease. That's what wide angles are good for, but
Karen needs us.
you really shouldn't do this with women.
Go to her.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't, like... Well, yeah, she's like 200 years old, 200 plus probably, but that doesn't mean she can't regrow her hair or, you know. Like, I bet the Garns are doing wonderful stuff with, like, the hair weave tech, you know? Like, I bet she just liked the bald look after a while. Okay. Okay, I'm starting to get some of those Homeworld vibes. I believe it was too. Yeah, they did get Karen's VA as well. In this case, it works with her age.
Hyperspace complete. We have arrived at Trinity.
Yeah, you see, my strike craft are still there. They didn't, like, because the auto launch was set off, like, they didn't, like, die.
Intel, we may have a problem. Hyperspace navigation is compromised. I am not alone. There are others. Be advised.
I'm reading you, Fleet Command. Eyes are open.
Yeah, that's the thing. There were definitely sleeper
Intel
agents, but we
trying to
don't know
connect
anything
gate
about what happened to
systems,
them
but
after.
they are locked down.
So they exist,
Whoever
but
we are fighting, they can deny us gate access.
yeah, it's just another tragedy that Homeworld 3 didn't really expand on a lot of these, like, story points that were established before. Like, are there any Galaxian left? Did the Conf all get nuked? Like,
enemy force levels and position unknown. We must use this gate to jump onwards to Naraka, where we can repair the cores.
Star Trek 5.
Capturing these three
Actually,
data spires will give us control of the gate system.
actually, that's not bad. That's not a
Lack
bad
of data on
comparison,
enemy
Chris.
forces
Star
and
Trek
position
5.
makes caution a priority. A nearby tunnel entry point.
It's a terrible
is
way to
located
end
here.
a franchise on,
Use the
but
tunnel to approach the spire undetected.
it does have some redeeming qualities, at least. I honestly came into this
Passive
expecting
scan
to
data
fully
coming in.
crash out over the
There are
thing,
multiple small
but
power generators out there.
you know, it's not
Stationary.
that
resolve further.
bad.
A location of this size? You can bet they're out there.
I mean, like, I couldn't see myself paying $40 for this,
Engineering
like, when it was on
Production
sale,
base
but
system update done.
for $8,
Check
well,
Railgun
for a worse
corvettes
way
are
to
now
spend
available
$8,
for research.
so
They're
$8
designed to
Canadian,
inflict
$40
damage on
Canadian.
capital ships
All
at
our
long
prices are
range.
Canadian here. As the Galaxian correct, so it would have been interesting to see your opinion. Yes. Yes. Like, they land on Hagara and they're all like, yeah, they land on Hagara, they show up in the Diamond saying, yeah, we're the Galaxian, haha, we fucking told you, you stupid shits. That would have been funny to see play out in the Hagaran Diamond, but we never got to see that. I was hoping in retrospect, I was hoping it was an opportunity for Cataclysm to do something, but I guess I didn't really think of it at the time. Oh yeah, Sadim are gone, much like Kith Farrell. What the fuck? Ooh, shit. Yeah, it's 8:30. I
Upgrade
better.
available. We can upgrade systems to allow temporary boost to the mothership's rate of fire.
That's great. I better save here. It's already late, and it's a weekday. Where's that fan going off again? Call this, no crash outs yet. Hopefully. No crash outs yet. Hopefully never. That's a good save file for this. Who has the original CD? I do. I don't! Oh, man. Yeah, that's going to be about it. Oop. Yeah, that's going to be about it for tonight. This was... I actually was kind of worried about going into this, but this has actually been fun. And having a nice chat, a bunch of people in the chat to riff off of, you know what, that's also fun too. That's always fun. Otherwise, I'm just talking to myself and responding to myself, and that's a worrying sign about my degrading sanity. But still, it ends up being entertaining nonetheless. Well, whatever. That'll be about it for tonight. Thank you, everyone, for dropping by. Thank you to those who
Tunnels will mask our strike craft's approach.
Thank you, Fleet. Thank you, Democracy Officer. It's been fun. I didn't crash out, not too much, and this isn't that bad. Like, I got $8 worth of value out of it. Well, I'm happy. I mean, whatever. Yeah, good night, everyone. It's been great, and thank you for dropping by this stream and the stream before that, before I foolishly realized I tied the stop stream key to the Mothership hotkey. Yeah, I am kind of a fuck up at times, in case you're wondering. Good night, everyone. It's been a blast.